Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and man, a lot of you did not like my last video. So I thought I should offer a response. Because I do want to correct one thing. I was offered some new information from a Snyder fan, who I will keep out of this, but a Snyder fan I respect highly. Someone who I don't always agree with him from a movie standpoint, but I think is a gentleman and a scholar, and actually is very fair and civil, hears things out, and wrote me personally to sort of educate me on the topic of making sure I had all the information. And it turns out I didn't have all the information. So did I open my eyes a bit to maybe see where Zack was coming from? However, I still stand by the fact that he chose to respond to a comment that was a hater, and in doing so, he gave life to that hater. And look, you got to understand something, guys. Zack Snyder's a big deal. So when a filmmaker like Zack Snyder responds to somebody who calls me out, you're damn right I'm going to respond to it. Of course I am. But as I said in my tweet and in my video, I did it all very respectfully. Look, I even said, I don't know if you meant this as subtle shade. You got to keep in mind the people who were sending me this, because I'm not a Vero, I don't watch this. The people who kept hammering me with this were Snyder fans who were like, ooh, look how Zack just shaded you. Look how Zack shaded you, Andy. Oh, he showed you. That's where it came from. And so, of course, when I see a filmmaker of this stature respond to something with my name on it, I'm going to react. Always. Especially if it's seemingly shading me or one of my friends. Absolutely, I'm gonna do it. And so many people it's so funny to me, the hypocrisy. So many people on Twitter, people I've had on this channel and I've been on their channel who I had no issue with, didn't take any shots at, taking personal issue with the fact that I responded. As if they don't do it all the time on their channel or on Twitter. Anytime one of them or their friends are attacked or called or shaded in the slightest way, this destruction campaigns, Twitter, social media outrage. But then if you do it to someone else, then you're you're pathetic. Oh my God, it's just ridiculous how silly it is all in there. Everybody's just looking for clicks. That's the reality. Even my haters out there. It's so easy and lazy to hate on me. It's like, come on. You're going to call me lazy? You're going to call me, hating on Andy, like that's not a thing for Snyder fans to do. Oh, gee, we haven't heard that already a billion times. Yeah, way to be original, guys. But it's lazy. Oh, yeah, we're all getting a little lazy. We're desperate for content. And Snyder Cut's coming out. Of course, I'm going to make as many videos as I can. And yes, when the filmmaker of the Snyder Cut responds to a hater of mine, I'm going to make a video about it. Now, look. There's context here I want to add. So I'm not trying to just triple down and hate on Zack. I didn't hate on Zack in the first video. And if you're still here saying, Andy, how dare you, you're a drama queen, why? This is nothing. I'll clarify again for those who missed or didn't pay attention or maybe didn't see it. Let me clarify again. Now look, let me show you I did cut this down for the sake of a thumbnail because this was the part I was talking about. Now, was there more to the quote? Sure. He still responded, I know, to a portion that mentioned me. So doesn't matter what the context is. The full context, which I talked about in the video, says, this was the tweet. Now, was he talking about just how sad he was that the fans didn't get to see it before the critics? Sure. I do believe he means that. But guys, there were tons of people, and thanks to everybody who tried to prove me wrong, there were tons of people he could have replied to. He chose to reply to the hater who calls me out and therefore gave this hater life. Now, you can say, who cares all day long. I don't really care. I have a YouTube channel, so I'm going to use it as content. If Zack doesn't want to poke any hornet's nests, then don't engage with hateful comments with people who are going to make videos about it. I mean, it's fair game. He's a pro. And so why knock on my name? Why poke? If you don't want to have more attention and do this and you don't mean it, then don't poke. Respond to one of these other people. Respond to Alan here, or Michael, or Chris, or Kendrick. There's tons of people on Vero that he could have responded to. But Zack chose to respond to a hater who called me out as, I'm not deserving of seeing the film. Now, look, some of you may feel that way. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a professional critic. I've been doing this for years. And whether you like it or not, I'm in the industry still. I still have access. Because that's what I do. I've been doing it for a long time, a lot longer than a lot of people you're watching. And I'm trying to rebuild, so it's even harder for me. So yeah, I do take some fault when I see people trying to knock at my ability to support my family and be a critic here. And so when someone like Zack chooses to focus on that, where my name is mentioned, yeah, I got a problem with it. I'm gonna respond to it. Now, like I said in my tweet, I gave him every chance to sort of correct. I'm unsure if he meant this. But I don't see how you guys can't see the fact that he chose this comment of others that mentioned me negatively as sort of an odd choice is what it was. Now, look, all that said, Zach, I didn't know that your premiere went south last night. I didn't know it. And so in that regard, and knowing now what I've heard, thanks to this a Snyder fan out there who will remain nameless, who I appreciate because they're civil and fair and they educate and they have real conversations. We don't always agree on the movie, but we agree on trying to be respectful to each other and having conversation. And so I didn't know that this happened. And so I want to educate you guys, make sure you have the full, just like I just did, and seeing, okay, well, now I can maybe see where he was coming from. Now, I still wish he wouldn't have selected the tweet bashing me. There were plenty of other responses and fans who were upset last night that he could have responded to, and I wish he just would have done a little bit more due process to not arm his fans, the haters out there, just keep coming at me. Because, look, I'm so used to the hate that now I react and sort of try to jump on it as quick as I can before they come at me, and that's just what I did. Wasn't trying to take shots at anybody. I'm no victim here. I'm the drama. Damn, any YouTuber is a drama queen. It's all we do is just sort of spur out drama. Whatever we believe in is our drama. So it's so pathetic of me to respond to the best filmmaker who's calling my name out. Oh my God, I'm such a drama king. My God, these people are just so funny to me. But look, in all seriousness, I'm not okay with this. When I read this, I was really upset. And so I did want to make this reply. I wasn't going to make a response, but I thought, you know what? This coupled with what I actually want to share with you why I got upset, I thought would be more fitting. So those of you who got to this point, thank you for hearing me out, because this is important right here. Look, I don't like that this got messed up for Zach. He had a whole premiere last night for his fans around the globe. Supposed to start around 6 p.m. Eastern with the access codes that were emailed to the fans and so on, with a message from Zach, sort of thank them. This was like the moment where a lot of his fans were going to get the chance to see the film last night. And they couldn't see it. It was ruined. So I have no words, still waiting for info. I'm so sorry. Apparently, Microsoft, Warner Brothers, whatever they had put in place to make this happen didn't work. Technical issue, Microsoft's end that led to a system failure with Microsoft Teams and other Microsoft 360 services. According to The Verge, Microsoft blamed the multi-hour outage on a recent change to an authentication system. This meant that Justice League fans who were patiently refreshing their inboxes begging for the codes to show up instead got an email breaking their hearts that said, Microsoft is currently experiencing a system-wide outage affecting the platform for our virtual premiere. We will distribute access codes and links as soon as the system is restored. Thank you for your patience. And so a lot of fans just couldn't keep up, couldn't stay up all night and didn't get to see it. A lot of the Snyder fans tried to make good out of it. Update, I ate it all, but didn't get to watch the movie. Maybe it doesn't exist after all. That's funny. Jeff Johns and Microsoft servers right now. This is funny. And apparently, there was a lining of news. The codes were eventually sent out. Some of the inboxes, they were able to watch it late at night, but not everybody. And so the question then was, what the hell happened? Is HBO Max going to handle this onslaught of fans? If they couldn't handle this fan premiere with a select number of people, there's clearly going to be an onslaught of people wanting to see it on the day of. Is this a sign of things to come? And keep in mind, it's the same studio that already leaked the movie out. There's clearly people inside who are not happy that this movie is getting released. I mean, as people keep hating on me all along, the truth is, my report back a while ago, Warner Brothers didn't want to see this through. So I do believe there are people still at Warner Brothers who are trying to kill this and make this not be a success. I don't think that's a conspiracy at all. And that's not cool. And so, look, I know this movie's for the fans. When I did my review, and as I talked about in that review, and I played it again in my video about this to Zach. Look, Zach, I didn't know this was going on last night. So maybe you were really just looking through quickly, in which case I apologize. That I took it as sort of as a shot at me. I still stand by the fact that you should be careful in your replies, because if you don't want to stir any more nests, then don't respond to people who are hating on us. I'm not here trying to hate on you. Fans can keep thinking I am, but look, I gave a respectful review to your movie. I liked a lot of parts of it. I like a lot of your movies. I don't understand why we're all fighting. That's why us united should be all of us united. Let's all get back together and support the release of this film. Stop making this a war. Aggressive, hateful. What the hell is going on? People are just messed up on Twitter. Yeah, you sure showed me, everybody. Anything just showed how just ugly some of this is. The genuine toxicity. Yeah, am I a drama queen for calling this out? I'm sure. Okay, maybe a little bit, but so what? I'm allowed to be. It's my YouTube channel. Mind your own business. Focus on your videos. And if you don't like my videos, then don't watch them. My God, I can't believe I have to be here and tell you guys. This is me whining. You're the whiners. So many you just can't handle, like, click out. Bye. Not going to watch. See ya. I mean, my God, it's crazy. So those of you out there who hate me, okay, I don't know how to fix the problem here. I don't care. I've gotten to a place where I don't genuinely care anymore. I do care when someone like Zack, who I do respect, is out there and only thing he's sharing on my name is that I'm not worthy of seeing his movie. Yeah, I disagree with that. So I'm going to ask him, did you mean this? Can we stop arming your fans with shots at the critics? Which this was a shot at critics. Not all critics are bad. Who likes to be lumped into a group and just say, yeah, you're all bad? Nobody likes that. And I feel like that's what he did here. And I'm not victim. I'm allowed to call it out. I'm damn sure going to call it out again if it happens in the future. So, look, at the end of the day, I do feel for him. I do think what happened was messed up. And knowing that, I wish I could have put that in the original video. And that's why I want to do this update. So I will make sure I add this to the end of that video and iCards and pinned comments of update so you guys can have the full story. But look, I still stand by what I said in that video. He could have done a better job of just choosing any of these other people that weren't hating on somebody. But when you choose to spotlight a hater, you're giving that hater life. And that was my point of the video. And I preemptively just talked about the fact, and he doesn't know who you are. Yeah, he does. And I don't say that without a hubris. The dude's a smart guy. He's paying attention out there who's talking about his movie or who's talking against Ray Fisher. Come on. He knows that, and that's clearly why. And I know a lot of you hate Jody. It's another reason why. So many people just hate me because I'm with Jody, because they have such a problem with Jody. Talk to Jody. Jody's my friend, and I'm going to have his back no matter what because he's a friend of mine. And I'm sure all you have friends you don't associate with, you sometimes you don't always agree with. But man, I'm not going to turn on a friend because mobs are telling me online, especially hateful ones who clearly don't care or are going to watch or support me. I'm going to keep with the people who support me, who've had my back, who are loyal to me. That's what we do as friends, right? And I've learned that the hard way. And so real friends, I'm not going to turn on, even if I disagree. That's the issue. But because so many people don't like Jody and because I've stood up against Ray, which I have a personal issue with Ray. I was canceled by a social media mob, by a woman who didn't have evidence. It personally hits me when he's out there being vague about accusations. I'm sorry. Until he's specific, till I can see things, I'm going to fight back on it. You got to understand that's where I'm coming from. But aside from those issues and the article I wrote, which I stand by, that Warner Brothers, I really genuinely think, I think everyone can see now, didn't want this movie out. They weren't going to let this movie come out. Warner Media, HBO Max, they changed their minds. They made it happen. So look, hate at me all you want. Dislike this video too. Please, any engagement works for me. In fact, subscribe, don't subscribe. I don't care anymore. But for those of you who stuck by and were civil and respectful, and those of you who maybe were on the fence, this video is for you. I appreciate you guys hearing me out. Look, if it takes one video and you need to freak out on somebody, maybe just take a pause and realize, does it really matter? This is a YouTube channel. It's a movie. Like, I know this movie means a lot for a lot more people, but it's really for Zack. And so when I see someone like Zack being petty on there, it bums me out. I guess he's allowed to be after everything he's been through, but I don't know. It feels like he's above. This is beneath him. But at the same time, I understand why he was responding and sorry for the fans. And maybe he did this quickly. So therefore, maybe he didn't see it. So knowing this, Zack, I apologize. I will dear you again on Twitter to make it clear that I correct myself knowing the full story. I just wish you would not tag us critics and make it seem like we're the bad guys. Because some of your fans, they're too aggressive. And I'm speaking for those critics who are just attacked just for not digging your movie. It is what it is. Not everybody's going to like my channel, not like your movies. We got to sort of unite in a way somehow, just celebrate this release and move forward. So I hope we can. Those of you who hate me but are excited for this movie, enjoy the movie. You're going to love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be live tonight, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us. It's going to be fun. Fire. Celebrity guest. Stay tuned.